possibly the running of the banks. If one were to want to leave the United States, I mean, there's going to have to be a time when if you plan to leave, or you just stand up and fight. But if you leave, you have to leave before there's too much of a crisis.
Well, they've also passed international laws where they can steal your money for leaving the country, but only big bankers can all leave and have private islands and keep all their money, but you can't really keep much of it. But yeah, no, things are shaping up to where that the evacuation may be needed. I mean, it's that bad. I mean, they built death camps. Rocky Mountain News reported 8 years ago. They built giant crematoriums, and you can argue whether the Nazis had crematoriums or not, but I mean, we know they had them for burning dead bodies, but people claim they didn't. The point is that the governor said we built all these big ovens to burn people during a bio attack. I mean, the black op government's very, very sick, and they're eugenicists, and they want to get rid of us.
Yeah, they do.
But well, there's nowhere to run, so the best thing to do is stand and fight and wake people up now. But I mean, the world tyranny is pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's a global, full-spectrum dominance death grid.
I just wonder if you could maintain and survive longer if you run to the mountains of Greece, or I mean, I don't know what do you do? I mean, how long could you stand and fight if they come to get you at 4 o'clock in the morning? And I mean,
well, if they
it
come,
matter how many guns I'd buried.
If they come at 4 o'clock in the morning, with the local police doing it, and 1% fight back, they'll lose and pull back. I mean, if we do like the Russians did and give in to it, they'll kill millions of us, and they'll do it with enjoyment. That's who they've been hiring to run these prisons, is convicted rapists and people. They're hiring criminals, and when the government starts hiring criminals, you're in trouble. So, that's up to you to make that decision. But, yeah, I mean, look at Mexico. It's consumed with tens of thousands of murders now, 2,000 on the Texas border alone the last 9 months. Gringos being kidnapped everywhere and held for ransom. The whole society's unraveling. The elite have gone completely corrupt. I appreciate your call. Call me back later and we can talk more about it. I want to get to everybody here. Mark in Florida, you're on the air.
Hi, Alex. Great show today. I had 2 quick questions. One about Internet 2, and Marianne and I want to know about recently acquired gold. Should we keep it in a safety deposit box or bring it home and keep it in a home safe or bury it or something?
There is risk in everything, and I'm not going to tell people what they should or shouldn't do. Spreading things out, having some in a safety deposit, but they never seize those now. Now they just steal them. California will just go in and grab a whole bank and say it's for a budget shortfall and just steal everything. You read stuff like that. They just stole everything. A little there, a little in your house, a little buried, at your cousin's, but, don't tell your cousin. But the truth is there's a lot of good, spread it around. Most of us don't have the problem with having a lot of it. It's just something. But that's up to you. I mean, it's just the banks are so untrustworthy. I mean, I think spreading risk is the way to go.
I think that's good. Let me ask you about Internet 2. Suppose things happen the way they do, the way they're anticipating it to. What about a little, I live in an area where I can't get you on the radio. I either get it on the Internet or I call in like this. What about a little pilot program where if there was no Internet, like I can copy your show now, I can put 5 of your shows on.
Yeah, I've been asking for 6 months to have a phone system, and then people can listen to free for it, and then have sponsorship to pay for it. How much is it? How much is it to say have 500 listeners on a phone system they dial into? Well, how long till I can have that? 25 years from now. No. Listen, I already want that, and I want a phone system here where we have like a sponsor who you hear recording it, the first of it when you call, so that we can pay for it. That's how radio actually started in Europe. The first radio before Marconi was phone systems, and you called in and you subscribed, and they had newsreaders there into a big speaker, into a phonograph, and elites paid for that, and companies paid for that. It was like intelligence. And we are going to put that in. And we are going to try to develop a private network for people to get through to. The problem is, here's how they're going to shut the web down, and I appreciate your call. They're going to build Internet 2, demonize the first Internet, tax it, regulate it, let the hubs fail, start bringing in filtration, which already the major cable companies are doing, Time Warner, Comcast, others. Most of Canada has announced, the two big carriers have more than half of Canada's customers are saying they're only going to give you a few thousand sites you can visit. So it's already happening. See, we're back to the future. It's now all happening. We're here. The banks are going bust. It's all starting. The slide into this is beginning. The FEMA camps are opening. The cops are strutting around, bulging their eyes out at the people. The illegal aliens are running around shooting the place up. I mean, it's here. The bedlam, the corruption, the looting, the fun, the anarchy by the criminal state. And yes, you could then dial in over a phone, record it, and then distribute it to people that way. We could even sell phone subscriptions if we had to, but I want to put it out for free. How much is 100 people continually for a month? How much? 1,000? And 5,000 but I would only pay for what I actually did, right? Well, let's make it where I can have here, I'm putting the order in because the thing will be, I wasn't told what to put in. Put in 200 lines. I want 200 lines for people to be able to get into it. But isn't that going to be internet-based? It's not IP-based. It'll be regular phone line-based. Okay, I want it now. Okay? Done. Because, we're getting extra servers. I want 4 extra servers because we're getting ready for this. We're going to try to be here when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, at least in some way, because that's when folks are really going to be, and these callers are all great today. Goodness gracious. Kitty in New Hampshire, you're on the air.
Hello, Alex.
Hi.
I'd love to hug you if I was there. I have learned a lot from you, and one of the things is contract law. I've put it to use in my daily life. Now, the thing is I have an issue, and I thought I'd like to send you a story, and maybe you would read it.
Sure, what's the issue?
It's concerning the Masons and a federal agency called EEOC.
Okay.
Are you familiar with that?
Yes, the Equal Employment Office.
Opportunity Commission.
Yeah.
I was sexually harassed at my place of employment. I was fired for filing a claim, and EEOC threw out my complaint when I had factual proof of this, and I believe that it was an inside job.
What was it? But you're saying the Masons. What was he a Mason?
I worked as a nurse's aide at a place called the Masonic Home. It was a nursing home.
Well, a lot of people get their claims thrown out, but it's no doubt that in England especially, they do whatever they want. So the whole society's falling apart.
Well, the thing is I had proof that it happened. I had their own admissions, and I got a phone call asking me what I wanted monetarily, and then said that they would be.
Stay there. We're going to talk behind scenes. Sure. I got to move quick. I want to hear your story, but I won't get to the others if you don't. So, bottom line, they fired you and you didn't get unemployment, or what happened?
The thing is EEOC's own website says.
But they're not there to help you. They're only there to break up families, break up society, and turn everybody against each other. All that's just window dressing for fascism.
Oh, I understand. But I had their own admission saying it. Well,
send me the info, then I'll try to look at it. Kitty,
okay, can you give me an address?
Yes, my address is 3001 South Lamar, Suite 100, Austin, Texas, 78704. I appreciate your call. You can also, if you missed that address, call my toll-free number and then give it to you there, 888-253-3139. I didn't finish earlier with Internet 2. So they have ways of picking it apart, shutting it down, restricting it, culling groups, regulating, ending net neutrality, taxing it, but also then they can launch a cyber attack. They've conditioned us with the movies, claiming terrorists did it, and then, only the new, stronger, better Internet 2 with registration and sign-on and all this, it will keep you safe. So Internet 1 has to fully die. So that's how they're going to do it. And just prepare for it. Okay? Let's go ahead, and we shouldn't all throw fits when it happens. We should say, see, we told you so, then work as hard as we can to infiltrate that and take that over. A lot of people, give up. They get their YouTube account suspended, and they say, I'll never post on you again.